wind's blowing probably about anywhere between 8 and 10 miles an hour, and you see it's not going out. So there's the wind test. What I noticed is if I got the petroleum fluffed up enough, it'll light a lot easier, the petroleum jelly on the cotton ball. Otherwise, just shooting sparks into it doesn't work too well. Alright, well, that's a pass test nevertheless, because it did do it with a ferro rod. You'll notice how the wind's making it get a little bit bigger and a little bit faster. So, alright, next test, alright? We're going to let that sit there for about a minute, so I'll check back in just a minute. Okay, so I've had this sitting for about a minute. I'm just going to pour off the water off the top. Shake it out real good. What I need to do, and one of the things they recommend, is actually to fluff up the petroleum jelly again. So we can do it a little bit, see if I got a spot here. There we go. And well, to always make things easier, I'm going to use a lighter as opposed to ferro rod, because it did start with a ferro rod a minute ago. Trying to block a little bit of the wind just so I can get the flame in there. So the water one doesn't seem to work as well. Maybe need to dry it out a little bit more. Especially with being an extender, that kind of makes it a little more difficult. Now what I could do is I could use some of my shavings for the ferro rod. See if that does anything. No. So I guess the only thing that we can do is really get in there and fluff up the tinder just a little bit more, and then give it a shot. So let's go that route. Right, I've toughed it up a little bit. Let's see if this will give us a little go here. Try not to hide it from you. That wind's keep killing it every time. So it's safe to say that once it's lit, it'll hold up in the wind. The problem is getting it lit in the wind. So Dave Canterbury would definitely not approve of that part, where I've had to hold it for, well, so far I'm at 10, now we're about 20 seconds in. You should only be able to have to do it at a count of 5. We'll get some magic going with that, I guess. So it's safe to say that, you know, even though it's water, you can pour it off the water, and I can see where it's drying out here. The problem is that with the wind blowing, it makes it a lot more difficult. So let's see what we can do, kind of make this happen, if you will. See, it's getting some flames to it, but it's just not holding them. Yeah, so a lighter's just not going to do it. The second choice, of course, is using the ferro rod to actually provide that function, if you will, after it's been wet. I'll scrape off some pieces. It's down a little too hard last time. It's got the ember there, it's just not wanting to catch everything else. So alright, so there's one test that it didn't do too well on. I'm sure with about another 20 minutes I could probably get this thing going, or let that ember just keep going. So alright, that's it. That's all the tests. Thanks.